Hello, Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships for August 2019. I am your reader for today, Mark A. Lyons, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional intuitive, professional witch. What? Is there something on my face? Is there something wrong with my hair? I found these for y'all, Capricorn. Y'all need to lighten up. I've never met a Capricorn that couldn't use a good laugh every now and again. Y'all work hard. You're the hard workers, Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. So blessing the decks, I kind of felt this very strong, stable, consistent, persistent vibration, which is good, nice and solid. I'm an Earth sign. I'm a Virgo, so I'm down with you. I'm both up for that and down for that. As the kids say, and no, I'm not going to wear the horns throughout. See that? Look, they're not actually organic. Well, they're wood. Technically organic, but no. I don't think I could take myself seriously. I'd be cracking up every time I looked in the camera, so let's not do that. Let's get down to business. Now, Capricorn, I'm going to ask you to please, if you have not already, go watch the video clarifying twin flames, soulmates, and true lovers that I did a few weeks ago, because the definition that I'm using for twin flames is probably different from what you've been seeing and reading and hearing for the past, I don't know, 100 years or so. Thanks to the work of KAHN, Hay House author, spiritual teacher, brilliant guy, brilliant guy. I watch at least one of his videos a week just to kind of like, he's smarter, he's wiser, he's funnier, he's younger than I am. Bless his heart. He's so wonderful. And his definition really brought me a pop of clarity, because I never liked the word twin flame. The phrase never sat right, and how it gets confused and conflated with soulmate. True lovers is a different category. I don't know many of them on planet Earth. I'm sure there are a bunch. But so twin flames are pre-incarnational contracts, just like soulmates, but they're very different contracts. Twin flames are turbulent. They help you transform yourself. They teach you how to love and heal and take care of yourself, because by contract, your twin flame is incapable of giving you what you want and what you need on a core level, because that's the contract, and vice versa. You can't give them what they need and what they want either. The love that you are both craving, only you can give yourselves, where soulmate contracts are different. They are satisfying. You help each other heal. You help each other love. And you need twin flames in your life to transform, to be ready to be a soulmate, where you become a mate to your own soul. That's really the goal of the twin flame relationship, is to become the mate of your own soul, to give yourself the divine, true love that you seek. And it's a process, and it's turbulent, and it's tricky, and it's transformative, and it just ain't fun. But that's why, Capricorns, you might like it. No offense. I love my Capricorns. I have a bunch of Capricorn friends I just adore. So let's do this. We're doing 3 lines of information here. The first line is for you, Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships. The second line of information will be for the other. We're not identifying it as masculine, divine feminine, or zodiac sign. If zodiac cards come up in the tarot, they do, but they usually tend to be more zodiacal trends than people, but we'll see how that goes. The third line of information will be the overall twin flame relationship. In other words, the combination of both twins in this. So let's get going. Here we go. Take a deep breath. Ground yourself, if that's even necessary. As I ask my pantheons, here we go. Ooh, chill up my back. Okay, I ask my pantheon of angels, gods, and masters for one card, an archetype card, for this Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and twin flame relationships for August 2019. So this is the soul power, the part of the contract that you're developing here. Oh, and it is the Trickster. Hello, Trickster, both light and shadow attribute. We'll read that once all 5 cards, one from each deck, is laid out for your first line. My caps. Okay. Just making sure my cigarette's out. Safety first. You know it's in a glass ashtray. My angels, please. Oh, the Urielites. I love my Urielite angels. Please, one card for Capricorn. The Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and twin flame relationships for August 2019. Please, a card of overview and elucidation. Divine guidance. Divine guidance. Very good. Glad you're getting the reading. But ultimately, divine guidance is about you getting it direct. Yes, I am a facilitator, facile, from the French word simple. I make things a little bit simpler, right? I'm a Virgo. I digest stuff. I keep what works. I share what works, and I poop out what don't. Oh, we are earth signs, aren't we, Cap? My gods, please, one card for the collective Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships for August 2019. Please, a clarification. The Chariot. Wow. In this deck, the Amazon, which I love. You know, I love Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Obviously, I've been reading it longer than any other deck, right? Since I'm 19 or something. I'm 50 now. I know I don't look at Capricorn. Virgo. Yeah, this is definitely a forward-moving thing. But let's get the other cards on the table for this line of info, and we'll see where it takes us with the Chariot. My masters, please, one card in clarification for the collective Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships for August 2019. The cards are coming very easily. Heartbreak. We will talk about each of these cards individually and collectively in a moment, because this is going to be the one I have a feeling that's going to really serve and help you. The Whispers of Love. I love, 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 love this deck. So my pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please, one card for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationships for August 2019. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Focus on love. And by the way, every person in your life includes you too. Now, as I tune to this, I mean, this is clear. The Trickster. Let's do this. The light attribute. Now, by the way, there are trickster gods in every pantheon, right? Loki, Pan, Hermes, Set, you know, just find a pantheon, there's a trickster god, because life is tricky, right? Life plays tricks. The Coyote in this deck is called the Trickster. We'll see if it comes up in the second line. So remember, every archetype is a soul power written into your contract for you to develop. Read Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mays. Everybody should just read that book. So because it is a neutral archetype, all archetypes are, there's light and shadow, gold, the shadow to be alchemized into lead, which is work, which get to work. Here we go. Light attribute, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. I have a touch of the Trickster, you think? Right? Isn't that fun, the Trickster? Like, I do love a good prank. I love a good pun, and if I can merge a pun and a prank, best day ever. Shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. Now, it's one thing to lie to somebody about a surprise birthday party that you're throwing for them. It's another in a twin flame to either be withholding information or being manipulative. But you know what? Here's the deal. Until we know who we truly are, until we really embody divine love, true love, we are going to manipulate through duplicity, mostly ourselves, right? Duplicity. I love him, no, I don't. Yes, he loves me, no, he doesn't. Yes, she's with me, no, she's not. Duplicity, right? There's a do in there, like a duality, right? So with that divine guidance, it's like the guidance that's coming to you might very well be tricky, because this Amazon, full steam ahead, right? Grabbing the reins, balancing the light and the shadow, bringing yourself into that unity state, moving forward, right? Like grabbing the reins and saying, okay, light or shadow, doesn't matter what happens. This is a path. Now I get this is about me, healing this heartbreak. Heartbreak always comes from expectation. Want what you want for sure, but surrender your attachment to outcome. I'm going to tell you, that is the wisest guidance I've ever given. Look, I've cast spells, I've done prayers, I've done rituals, I've done ceremonies, I've done all sorts of stuff in this life alone to try and get what I want, right? And to cast without expectation, to pray without expectation, to give even all these spiritual processes of gratitude and praise and blessing, just on and on and on. If you're trying to do it to get something, you have a hook in it that ends up hooking you, leading to heartbreak. You are not in control of how things turn out. That's a question of fate and destiny. Your role is, how do you want to play it? And how do you want to play it? You want to focus on love. You want to say that somewhere in this twin flame that I am dealing with, there is a divine being. There is a soul. There is another. There is love in there. Everyone is love at their core. Like, particularly if you're on a spiritual path, a heart-centered, love-based, who cares the name of it, the form of the path, it's the content we're talking about here. This is really a huge opportunity for you to really charge forward with divine guidance, healing this heartbreak, focusing on love, and yet breaking convention in its light, but being highly aware. Am I being manipulative and duplicitous of myself and others because of my heartbreak? Are you possessed by pain? Are you possessed by the pain of heartbreak? And twin flame relationships don't necessarily break your heart, but they trigger you. I mean, they may. They're saying yes, they may. But what is heartbreak? We break our hearts on people through expectations, like barking a coconut on a rock. I'll never forget that image when the masters gave me that. It's like, he didn't break your heart, you broke your heart on him, like barking a coconut on a rock, right? This is tricky. This is tricky, particularly with heartbreak. So when you're being triggered by a twin flame, that feels like heartbreak, because I know that feeling, girl, guy, whatever. I know that feeling. This is an opportunity for you to clear out the heartbreak and disappointment in your life in general that's stored in the cell tissue, in the emotional baggage, in the personal subconscious, and in the collective unconscious. What a service, but focus on love. Let's get to work here. Let's look at this other. Now, again, I'm not so clear that this is the one who broke your heart. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But ultimately, if you can take, no, I broke my heart on this, then you'll have a much easier time metabolizing this guidance and grace. As we now turn to the other, who's often the cross-watcher, I'm finding, like I'm getting messages about cross-watchers, right? It's like, oh, no, I didn't know. So let's do this, please. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, one card for the other. In this collective Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, Twin Flame relationship, right off the top, the Advocate, such a powerful archetype nowadays. I will be glad to read that at the end of this line, because the Advocate is just active right now. It's essentially about giving voice to those who don't have voices, right? The animal activists, all of that. Now, well, is there a difference between an activist and an advocate? They're close. I don't know if there is an activist archetype, but I would think the Advocate is just central. They're like the nucleus of the archetype itself. All right, my angels, please. One card in clarification of the other in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2019. Manifestation. All right, well, their stuff is coming into form here. You know, manifestation, you can manifest an emotion, you can manifest a choice, you can manifest something physically, honestly. But my sense is perhaps this Advocate is not just in a phase of manifestation, but is really working on manifestation. This might be somebody who's working with universal laws or magic, or the process of creativity is manifestation. Inspiration comes from the 8th chakra into the crown. You go, what's that? And then third eye, you start languaging it. Throat chakra, you choose it, you chew, you spit, you swallow. If you swallow, it hits the heart chakra, that emotional. In other words, it's gaining time and space as you incarnate it, right? Bring it into form, manifestation. Solar plexus, do I have the guts for this? Self-esteem and boundaries and all that. Second chakra, wait, how much time, money? What? How much time, money, and energy? What? Who else do I got? What? And if you get it down to that root chakra, it hits the Earth's electromagnetic field and the universal laws take over. Well, at least that's the process of incarnation and creativity, but you could also call that manifestation. So my gods, please, high energy on this other. Please, one card of clarity for the other in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2019. Libra. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean this person is a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Who cares? Uranus sign. My Uranus sign says stop. Do not enter. Maybe, but really the sign of Libra, 7th house. Just so all about partnerships and relationships and dealing with the shadow self and a balance. Let us not forget balance. Yes, there's justice in there. And particularly with the advocate, that this might be a social justice. This might be a second wave, or no, first wave, second wave, third wave. I'm not going there in this conversation. There's plenty of info out there on that. I'm first waver. I am one of the empathic, divine yin, divine feminine, energy sensitive empaths. Yeah. Second waves are the social justicers. They're more yang, divine masculine. Third wave are the ones who want to merge with the technology, right? So we came in, well, it's one third of the population. One third of the population. I just can't stop teaching, can I? My masters, please, one card for the other in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2019. Good timing. Oh, this is right on time, which, you know, good timing talks about divine timing, divine plan stuff, pre-incarnational, fate. Certain things are fated to happen. Your fate is what you cannot change. Your destiny is what you do if you take the journey, the hero's journey, the alchemical journey, the healing journey, the spiritual journey, or the path of true love, whatever you want to call it. This is definitely a twin flame situation here. But let's get this whisper of love for this other. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please one whisper of true love for the other in this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in twin flame relationship for August 2019. Romance. Well, there we go. It's not familial. It's not work. I mean, well, let's hope it's not romantic in the familial, but I mean, it could be a work thing. It could be any external situation, but we got the card of romance, and I've never actually drawn this card before. Romance. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Oh, look, the dance then. There's, oh, he dancing with like a tree woman. Dryad, disco. Okay. Tuning to the other here, we are looking at, it feels like a powerhouse. If I was going to categorize this, divine feminine, divine masculine, I would say Capricorn, you were the divine feminine, the other, the divine masculine, but that need not necessarily be so. And look, if it flips, it flips. It's your reading. Take what works, poop out what does not. Like and subscribe, regardless, right? But tuning to the other here, this is someone who is very on point. This is someone, it feels like they do have their stuff together, that their sense of timing, that when they came in, perhaps they've come in to either trigger this heartbreak or to teach you how to heal it by their own example, because this person does feel loving, this person does feel balanced, and there's something very romantic about them, even if there's not, you know, a literal romance as you see it. They're a very romantic character. Let me read this advocate, because this is a sweet card in its light, but as sweet as an archetype is in its light is as toxic as it is in its shadow. So let's do this. Light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. They may very well be feeling, seeing, experiencing your heartbreak and are like, hi, but they can't give you what you need in a twin flame relationship. Only you can. So this person might be hot, right? Oh, how many twin flames have I had that were so hot, too hot not to cool down? Burn the city after painting it red, right? Burn down the town after painting the town red. Shadow attribute. Embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. Tricky shadow. Oh, I'm not even going into the state of the world right now with that, but you can see how there can be a toxic side to the advocate, particularly if there's so much hatred and rage there. Not necessarily feeling that with this other, my caps, but that card of good timing keeps drawing my eye. This is definitely something, that falls in line, Capricorn, with your card of divine guidance, that yes, with this chariot Amazon here, that it's time to move forward with this for you to heal your heartbreak, but you need to focus on love. And so this person might very well be easy for you to love and fall in love with, but it's going to be triggering. But what if, but what if, but what if you can take the twin flame relationship for what it is, you're going to be a lot better off. You'll be able to heal this and move on. And maybe they stay in your life, maybe they don't, but we'll see. Let's look at this last line of information for the relationship itself. No Caroline Myss archetype cards for these. This is just for the relationship itself. The archetypes are for you, Capricorn, and the other. So my angels, please, one angel card in clarity for this Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2019. One card, please, to clarify. Balance. Yeah, balance, right? We got that Libra card there. This person's coming in bringing some balance. Whether or not you, Capricorn, choose to work with that balance, that's your free will. But the guidance is focus on love, right? Balance the heart. Tiferet, the sphere in the Kabbalah for the heart chakra. Tiferet, harmony and balance. Yeah, this is a heart thing. Focus on love, romance, right? And there's something so sweet about this advocate that they really do want to give voice to speak up for those who don't have voices. Animals. Oh, please, it's so easy to be an advocate nowadays. Pick one, pick a cause, right? But to embrace negative causes, right? It's so high on the planet too. Just as an archetype really becomes active, the alchemy from lead to gold just is furious, turbulent, intense. Particularly, I can feel that in the action family of the advocate. I believe the trickster is in the wild card family. All right, my gods, please, one card, please, for this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and twin flame relationships. Ooh, for August 2019. There you are. Well, 10 of Flames. There is it's the horror. Now, I've said since I started reading this deck, if you've ever been to a Jewish wedding, a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, they do the horror, right? We've all seen it in the movies where they lift the wedding couple up on the chair and all of that. My mother, Hera, divorced my father and married her divorce lawyer, who I call Zeus, a Jewish man. So I grew up with this culture step, but still, oh, my mom makes the best latkes for an Italian woman. So this thing of, you know, they don't do the horror at funerals, right? It's like that. This is a completion. It's a celebration. It's a 10. Every 10 begins with a new seed of the 1, right? 1 plus 0 is 1 of the 10. So there is definitely cause for celebration here, that this good timing thing, it's about bringing this cycle to a close in terms of you getting what you want. Makes sense, element of fire, will, desire. But with that heartbreak, look, this person may not, look, okay, they want me to clarify. I need a cigarette for this. This is really intense, Capricorn. Maybe I should have left the horns on. Here's the tea. You can be in a twin flame relationship with a genetic family member, right? Again, parent, child. That just because someone's a twin flame doesn't mean you have to get rid of them once you've learned what you have to learn. Oh, the universe will take care of that. The divine plan will guide them out of your life if necessary. But there is great relief, joy, and satisfaction in fulfilling a role with the twin flame and still having them in your life, particularly when they go to push buttons and the button's gone. Oh, it's such a feeling. And then you can bless them and love them and love them and love them. And really, it sets you free. And if it blesses them, mazel tov. All right. I do love me some chopped liver, too. Mom makes that really well. Such an advocate. Oh, not that she ain't got a voice. I don't need to advocate for my mother. Hera has a voice. My masters, please. One card overview clarifying this Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2019. These cards are coming very easy. Villain. You must pay the rent, but I can't pay the rent. Villain. So look. Someone's going to hold up this card so you can see it. Someone's getting tied to a train track. Now, that's not necessarily to say that either one of you are a villain here, but that needs to be looked at, right? Because if we're looking at a victim-victimizer situation where either you are the victim or the victimizer, which would be the advocate, the victimizer, or the victim, if we line that up, the perception of villain here, this is happening for you. This is happening for both of you. Perhaps there is a third-party villain involved here. Oh, that's definitely part of the collective. It's not for everybody, but I can feel that. There is a villain involved here, but then you have to get this villain is serving us and they don't know it. Play the game. You know, Capricorns, when I say play the game, that doesn't, you know, you can be lighthearted about it. I mean, play, yes, in that sense. But to play the game like one would play football with a strategy, you know, like a sport, like play hard, work hard, play hard. That's good for you, Capricorns. If you can balance that, work hard, play hard, I mean, be wise, obviously, learn as you go. then this twin flame relationship in general can be very transformative for both of you and can be a blessing upon the world. Remember, as you heal, we all heal. That's how we do it. As I heal, you all heal. It's just the holographic nature of this world. So one last card. My pantheon of angels, gods, and masters, please, a whisper of love for this Capricorn collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign twin flame relationship for August 2009. No, it's that one. 19. Ask for help. This card popped out in the blessing. I was like, I wonder if that one's going to come up again. It did. Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need, which certainly makes sense at the completion, the balancing, right? The card of balance, the Ten of Flames, the completion. This card is often seen as a burden with a villain. Again, and this is third party, ask for help, but follow your divine guidance. Now, you have to do that work yourself because it is very easy to think you're getting divine guidance when you're not. I'm going to tell you something. There's all sorts of guidance, right? There's some guidance coming from, let's just say, your pain body. Let's go Eckhart Tolle for a moment. That says, kick them in the nuts. Burn their house down, salt the earth so nothing may ever grow there, right? That's not necessarily inspiration and guidance. That's heart-centered, would we agree? How do you know it's divine guidance? Is it loving? Is it loving? God is love. The gods are love. Yes, our mythology, we've projected our own human foibles onto them. Our own lead and gold. Are they pure lead? Are they pure gold? Who knows in the higher dimensions of spirit? But that the question to ask, focus on love, my Capricorn. What would love do? How can I love myself? And to know, oh, here it is. You have the upper hand here. But being the trickster in this, there is an indication here that you probably don't ask for help or won't ask for help, right? That you might be playing the role of the victim, thinking you're the victim. You might be victimizing yourself. This is a tricky one, really. First card down, trickster. Tricky, transformational, twin flame relationship. So let's end this with a blessing for you all. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, my angels, gods, and masters collectively, please bless the Capricorn collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and twin flame relationships wherever they may be throughout space and time. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to become the best that they can be, to learn how to love themselves, to learn how to heal themselves, that they may become the mates of their own soul, bringing more love into their energy system, into the hologram, alchemizing lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace, fear to love. Blessed be the Capricorn collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and twin flame relationships for August 2019 and beyond. Thank you. So mote it be. Blessed be, my Capricorns. I love you dearly, and thank you for suffering through my horns in the beginning. I do hope it made you laugh. Really find some laughter in all of this, and I do love you all, and I really, really wish you the best. But for now, please like and subscribe. Share, but hail, farewell, and blessed be.